Hi class, this is AP English Language and Composition. My name is Mrs. Jenny Blair and welcome to the class. Here is my contact information and I want you to go ahead and put this into your phone right now. So here's my email address, jblair@clps.info, and my cell phone number is listed right here. Let's talk a little bit about the course and what we will be doing this year. So the Advanced Placement course in Language and Composition is a course in effective writing and critical reading, and we have a special emphasis on rhetoric and argument. So it's a rigorous, fast-paced college-level curriculum with the purpose of preparing you for the AP language exam in May, which we'll talk about later. So upon completing the course, here are some things that you will be able to do, including analyzing and interpreting samples of good writing, how to explain an author's use of rhetorical strategies, how to employ these strategies in your own writing, how to create and sustain arguments, how to write for a variety of purposes and audiences. Some of the essays you will be writing are expository, analytical, and argumentative, as well as others. You'll be able to demonstrate an understanding and mastery of the standard written English, as well as show some stylistic maturity in your own writings. You'll also be able to analyze images as text and be able to conduct research and synthesize a research essay. So this course does focus on American literature. It's a great, controversial, and beautiful genre of literature, but you'll also be able to study the interactions between the writer's purposes, subjects, and audiences. So each unit of study will include informal and formal writing assignments, major and minor assessments, and we'll also study vocabulary, style, and rhetoric. The books we'll be reading I refer to as the textbook. It's the big textbook you'll get at the beginning of the course. Bring it with you to class every day. Don't ever forget it. We'll also read some novels, including The Great Gatsby, Till We Have Faces, Cry the Beloved Country, and Climate of Fear, as well as other novels. You'll be doing some independent study. In the fall, here's an at-a-glance look at what we'll be doing in the fall. We'll conduct rhetorical analysis, we'll discuss visual rhetoric, analyze arguments, debate, we'll study vocabulary through the entire semester, and we will be going to grammar camp at the beginning of the semester. In the spring, we'll focus on writing a synthesis essay, writing a final research paper. We'll discuss the philosophy of freedom. We'll use narrative as persuasion and write a personal memoir. And of course, we'll be studying vocabulary throughout the semester. So as you're writing and becoming more proficient in stylistic writers, you'll complete a lot of imitation writing exercises. You will self-evaluate, peer evaluate, and revise your writing. We use MLA format in this course, and you should know this already. We're not going to review, so it's your responsibility to understand what I mean when I'm talking about MLA format. If you don't know or you don't remember, please go refresh your memory on your own. There are two websites here that are really thorough in explaining MLA format for a lot of different circumstances. You don't have to memorize the rules of MLA, but I want you to know where you can reference how to cite sources and how to find things, etc. So please go do that if you do not know what MLA is or you forgot. Let's talk about technology. I'm going to be using a lot of technology in the class this year. So I will post assignments on RenWeb, and sometimes they'll be on Edmodo, and sometimes I announce them in class. Sometimes they are just posted on RenWeb, and that's your responsibility to look that up. So it's your responsibility to track your assignments and due dates. So in RenWeb, the homework will be put on the date that it is due, not the date that it's assigned. So remember that. If there's an assignment that you need to complete at home and have it printed and brought to class, you need to make sure that you have printed that before class begins. You cannot go use the school printer before class. Come prepared to class. You might have to get a friend to print it for you or run to Kinko's before class, but you're not going to use the teacher copier in the teacher workroom. So in RenWeb, you can track your progress, like as far as your grades are. You can communicate with me. Your parents can communicate with me, etc. So Edmodo is what we'll use a lot in this class, and a lot of you have used it before. and you know that Edmodo is a way for us to interact with each other. You can download, view, upload documents and videos. You can submit homework on there. You can take quizzes. There will be a folder on there where you can access these materials, etc. So you need to check this daily. Use the features on there like the calendar, the grading. I'll post assignments and quizzes, and there will be a folder of documents on there for you. You are allowed to bring laptops and tablets to class, but the policy at Eclipse is that you don't have internet access. So if you wanted to go ahead and download the documents and have them ready on your laptop for class, you can bring your laptop to class. Either way, you have to bring your documents to class. So in order to get us all on the same page, this is what our Edmodo page looks like, and I'm signed in to our class as a student, and you'll need to sign in using the code that's listed in the syllabus. But in here, you'll see some features. So here is where Mrs. Blair has written a note to us. And so it just says welcome and tells you to watch the syllabus video, and I'll give you a hard copy of the syllabus on the first day of class. And so that's just a note, and you can reply there. You can add a, some sort of reaction. I think that's what these are called. Sometimes I'll post assignments on here. So here's an assignment called Rhetorical Analysis over Education. And I said, please complete your rhetorical analysis of Emerson's Education, upload here. So it says the due date here, and you can click on turn in when you're ready to turn that in. I'll show you what that looks like. So here's where you would need to upload your file. So if you're uploading a file from your computer, you would choose this one. Or if you have a link, say if you're in Google Drive, you can upload the link to it there. If you are going to use Google Drive or Google Docs to send in your assignments, please make sure that I can access them, that you give me permission to do that. Or if you have something stored in your backpack, which is the feature on Edmodo where you can store documents, you can click there and it'll take you to it. You can write a response, and then I think you have to choose a reaction, and then you need to click on turn in. And right now it says not turned in, but after I turn that in, it should say turned in. I'm going to go back to the main page, and we'll talk about how you are supposed to upload, how you're supposed to save documents and upload them. The name of this document is Rhetorical Analysis Education. So your Word document or your Google document, whatever you're using to turn it in, should have this in the file name. So just copy paste it and then add your name at the end. So my student name is Jenny Student. And that looks like this. See how my file name is Rhetorical Analysis Education, Jenny Student, or Joe Smith, whatever your name is. And that's how you should be saving your documents. You should have a folder on your computer where you are saving all of your documents for all of your classes. And so that's how I want things uploaded in Edmodo. If you don't include the title of the assignment and your first and last name, you will not get credit for that assignment. So please make sure that you pay attention to the details. Another thing on any assignment, not just Edmodo, but any assignment, you need to have a standard heading. That would include your first and last name, the name of the class, and the date. And then you also need to include a title. Okay, so this is Rhetorical Analysis over Emerson's Education. And here I have my rhetorical analysis typed out. So I'll save that. And then if I was ready to turn that in, I would click the turn in button and turn that in. Okay. Sometimes I assign quizzes on here. So you'll see that here. So this is a quiz over Amy Tan's mother tongue. So I can click on take quiz. It tells you how many questions there are and what your time limit is. Once that time is up, it's stopping the quiz. So you click start quiz and you'll see all the questions here. Question 1, who wrote this? Amy Tan. Okay, I completed all the questions, and you have to click submit quiz. Are you sure you want to end? Yes. So make sure you click that. And then you can give a reaction here. It was interesting. Okay. View results, and it'll show you what all the answers are. Okay, the other cool feature about Edmodo is the calendar or the planner. So you can click on that and you can see everything that's due. I'm going to change it to the month view. So here's the month of August. Oh, I have these 2 things due for English class. So you can even click on it in there and see the assignment and click on turn it in. So that's just another way that you can access your stuff. And I'm going to go back to the home page. Another cool thing is if you use Edmodo for multiple classes, You can change, you can color code everything, so you can just click on the color and change it, and that should correspond back with the calendar. Now those are all blue. Now English is blue. So it's just a little feature for you. If you want to write me a note or the class a note, you can do that here. You can type it in here, hi, and send it to me or the other students in the class by clicking on that. Okay, and you guys can respond in there. So that's Edmodo in a nutshell. Okay. Let's talk about the AP exam really quickly. This is an advanced placement course, so we highly encourage each of you to take the AP language exam in May. And I'll give you more information about preparation for that as the time comes. So I highly encourage all of you to study really hard for the AP exam. This is you studying really hard and being happy because you know that hard work pays off. And this is you and all your friends after you've gotten your AP scores and you have just tested out of college English. That's the power of hard work throughout the year. You can walk into college with some credits under your belt. Let's talk about late work. In a nutshell, it won't be accepted at all. So if something is due in my hand at 8:30 and it's not in my hand, it is late. Any late work will receive a 0. So the purpose behind this is I want to prepare you for college. You won't be able to turn in late work, and so that's why I do it. So you need to turn it into class or on Edmodo by the time it's due. If you're absent on the day an assignment is due in class, it's your responsibility to notify me before the start of class that you will not be absent, that you will be absent. If you're not there, I'm going to check my email or my Edmodo, and if there's not a message from you in there, you'll get a 0. Okay, you need to communicate with me. I'm not in class. I will bring that assignment on the next day. Okay, you need to call me, Edmodo me, or email me. So then that assignment will be due the next class period if you want to receive a grade, and you won't be docked for that if you were sick or absent. If you're absent the day an assignment is due on Edmodo, you still need to turn in that assignment on Edmodo by the due date. Otherwise, you'll get a 0. There's no excuse for that. You can upload your assignment. You can take your quiz. If there's some exceptional case, you're dying of the flu or something like that, some emergency happened, please talk to me before it's too late. If it's several days after it's due, I can't help you after that. It'll be a 0 unless you talk to me. Again, communicate, communicate, communicate. Grading in this class, there are 2 categories of grades. One is formative, that's classwork, homework, quizzes, and practice, that's 30% of your grade. And then there's summative grades, papers, projects, exams, we're 70%. There are less summative grades than there are formative grades, so it's just weighted a little bit differently in this class. Some supplies you need in class each day. You need highlighters, at least 4 different colors. I don't care what color they are, but just bring 4 colors. You need some Post-it notes, a pen, a red pen, your yellow pages, which you'll receive on the first day of class, and you need a binder with 5 sections just for English. You need a reference section where your yellow pages will live, a writing section, literature section, vocabulary section, and grammar section. Do not lose your yellow pages. You will be in big trouble if you do. Don't wait, communicate. Here are appropriate ways in which you can contact me. My cell phone number, which you already have in your phone, my email address, which is already in your phone or on your computer. You can send a direct message to me on Edmodo, or you can talk to me in person. If you're going to call, email, or message me, you need to give me 24 hours to respond to you. That's the CLIPS policy. So if you need help on a homework assignment that's due at 8:30 on Wednesday, don't call me at 10 p.m. on Tuesday night and expect me to be able to call you back and help you with that. Please leave detailed voice messages so I know what your call is about and I can best help you. This is going to be a great year, and this is the theme of our year. No excuses, adjust, adapt, overcome. I'll see you in class.